come on, man. Give us a
I've
break.
been stood here.
You stood there.
Yeah, I stood there after the question.
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah, I feel like standing here now, you know.
Oh, well, I feel like standing here, mate. That's alright.
I can play this game.
I love this game. It's a great game.
Have you tried to sidestep?
Because I could do this. And I still captured everything, so you failed.
Yeah, I do.
You know, I've asked you why you're here today. You can't even answer me that. But you can answer me to play a game. How does that one work?
You watch Jigsaw?
I mean, we can play some Jenga if you've got some Jenga blocks.
No, I don't usually bring it around with me.
Oh, well, that's a shame. Tic-tac-toe? Got a bit of paper?
If you got some paper.
Connect 4? Play some Connect 4? Connect 4 is a great game, isn't it?
Classic game, isn't it?
That is a belter of a game, Connect 4. Apparently you can carry pickaxes around Manchester. That's mental. Well, extra police car there. I don't know where he's gone, so he's gone off now. But yeah, man just carrying a pickaxe around Manchester. Yeah, there we go. Man's just casually walking around with that in Manchester. I mean,
Just come to the street with an axe.
wow. I'm pretty sure you can't carry that around the streets of Manchester.
Where's the Chinese guy?
I'm going to get him.
He's on the way to China to protest. What did China get 4 years for protesting?
There we go.
Shit.
He hasn't committed a crime, but I mean, it's a bit. Oh, he's not happy.
Why have you got an axe, sir? Why have you got an axe?
Wow.
Why have you got an axe?
Wow. Okay then. Right now.
There we go.
Welcome to Manchester.
So there's a hotel person walking with an axe down the street. That's not fucking normal.
Who's had an axe?
It's on the floor there, bruv, look. He literally just walked in there with a fucking axe.
He's walked up the street.
What's with the troll there?
He did the troll.
He did a job, mate.
Look at the axe on the floor.
You got a matic, hasn't he?
It's an axe, bruv.
What's he doing? He's doing a job.
Welcome to Manchester, Dan.
For the Muslim
Wow.
Brotherhood.
That's not normal, mate, but you can walk around with a fucking axe like that. There we go. There we go.
Yeah, what's going on here? Fucking hell.
Arrest him, that's going equipped.
I mean, if he's got a job on them, fair enough.
Well, who has a job on them and start fucking chucking their shouting and fucking screaming outside a hotel?
I mean, there's certainly.
I'm pretty sure I
Not the
wouldn't
usual.
be afforded the same kind of fucking courtesy if I was walking around with an axe.
What was the other thing? What's that other thing?
Trail, he had a little trail.
Yeah, what was the other thing though? Like the bigger thing.
It's like
Oh,
an axe.
yeah, it's like a pickaxe or something.
Yeah.
It's like thing you go mining and, you know, breaking stones and that.
You look like a matic and a gauging trowel.
Is that what they call it? Oh no. It's a fucking axe.
I don't know if you can probably still see it, but kind of there, the yellow pole. There's a massive pickaxe that he was
I wouldn't want that in my
casually walking up the street with.
The title for the video, mate. Man turns up with axe.
Yeah. The hotel's not axed, but the guy come with one.
Yeah, this is
I mean, he doesn't
just
even
going
he's
mining.
been out working, does he, really?
Time to get me some diamonds, you know.
No
Diamonds and
safety
some
boots.
gold.
So we've got no safety boots, walking around with a trowel, and these guys called it an automatic.
Oh, man.
I'm calling it an axe. It's
Do
an
we
axe,
think
it's
they're
a
steel
fucking
toe
lethal
caps?
weapon.
They don't
And
look
if he
like
lives in there, why is he out working?
they don't look like steel toe caps to me, really.
So many questions, you know what I mean? You know.
I don't think the police are happy with us recording.
Well, he doesn't look like he's just been fucking doing somebody's garden, that's for sure.
I haven't called anyone, so like I say, I'm just here to capture the raw content that happens.
Come on!
Like,
Come
but
on.
surely walking around with an axe, it's a bit dodgy, that. Like, no matter who you are, you know, walking around with a massive pickaxe in Manchester. I don't have an agenda. I'm simply here to capture the truth. I make money for filming, so no. Dodgy, but not criminal. Well, yeah, true. I don't know. I don't know the laws on it really, but no. I mean, if he's working and doing it, then he's got a job. And yeah. But should it be hidden in like I don't know, like a duffel bag or something? Like you know, if you take a Stanley knife out to a job site, you should have it. You know, what is it they say? Hard to access area or something. I don't know the exact term for it. I mean, he chucked it pretty aggressively to the floor. I mean, if you were doing something professionally, I don't think you would do that, would you? Because he just literally slammed it to the floor in like, in kind of hissy fit behaviour. So, if you're working, I don't think you'd do that, you know.
It don't look like he's working. It's not like he's dirty. Like he's like, you know what I mean?
No, but I mean, like if you're even if you're working in it, you know, you've got to act professional. I don't think slamming that to the ground the way he done is very professional, you know. Well, yeah, he was walking by. Went there, tried to get through the door or something. I think they possibly locked the door, and that by, you know, that's why he wanted to get frustrated. Sorry, my brain's not working today. Yeah, frustrated. So I might have been told to go through the gates, and they're taking too long to open the gates. That's just my assumption. Well, I don't know. Like, I can't tell if they were steel toe cap trainers. They might have been, but they didn't look like it to me. But again, how do I know fully? You know, I'm just assuming at that point. Yeah, I mean, even if you were working, you surely can't just go and smash it to the floor in an aggressive manner, you know. Oh no, that. I mean, if that's 3 people to you, I'd love to know what 5 is. But I'm just waiting to see if this guy gets arrested.
Well, all you're as concerned as what I am, but he's no dirt on his hand walking around with it. Do you think we should run it? Look at that.
I think he's in that. He's in that corner. Could be either talking to him or going to arrest him. It's one or the other. But yeah,
That's what you want in court.
really interesting.
Think of that
You know,
charge man.
I don't know. Does anyone recognise this man though? That man. Anyone recognise him? Obviously not just from this live. That's arrested. Has he been arrested? I don't know. I can't see. Well, that man tried to stop Dan having a civilised chat, basically. They were engaging in, you know, I didn't hear all of it, but good conversation.
Sex pest and-
Yeah, well. But I mean, I'm on about the man over there. I'm just wondering if anyone recognises him, because I just found it a bit weird how he wanted to stop you having a good conversation that you were having for a good few minutes already.
Well, because generally when people talk and they engage, it's going against the script. They come here with a script. You don't ask if any answers that you give are the answers that are scripted to give. You don't go away from the script.
Why don't they just go on ahead? Is that what they said? Oh! Police is getting smacked by a flag right now. Yeah, sorry, to answer that person saying why don't I protest, because I'm not a protester. I am here to capture the truth of what happens at these protests. Like I said, the hotel's done nothing to me. The hotel currently is giving me content. That's a pretty interesting site, that is. Why would you laugh about people walking on the path? I don't see the police now, actually. Think. Oh, look. They're being controlled by someone and told not to speak.
I'd be very careful. That gentleman's got an axe around there. Do you think that was normal? Do you think that was normal? Walking into a hotel with an axe?
Hey, do it. I mean, I'm not sure what was going on.
So he literally come in off the street with a trowel and an axe, with trainers on, quite like upset, chucking the trowel about.
I mean, he only threw it out.
The fact that he's displaying that behaviour is concerned within itself.
I mean, like.
Surely you can't be like, no.
Sorry, I'm trying not to get the smoke.
No, I don't smoke. So
Female genital mutilation.
I still want to.
Children.
Having all of it.
Like, I think for me, it's like this thing of. So for them, for those lads inside that also can't leave because of all this, they actually get kept inside until this is over. So for them, like they're inside and being able to hear stuff being yelled at. Like, I'm not saying it's the best response to things. I'm not saying that at all. I'm not saying it's.
I think I'm more worried that somebody's walking around the street with an axe like that's normalised.
I mean, yeah, it was a bit white, wasn't it? I don't really know.
Oh, okay.
Why.
Thank you.
I mean, I don't know why.
At least we're going to agree on something. I like you.
Like, what I'm saying is that, like, when you've got people that are just hearing all this outside, you know, it's about them as well. And like,
at the same time, like, let's be kind of like. Honest, like a lot of them don't care. They're not fans.
What are you saying is not wrong?
I think they are. Like, because the thing is, even the kids that I work with, like, are phased by all this stuff. Like, I have to tell them not to come into town if there's like, you know, a Britain First rally and stuff like that, because it's not nice for them. Do you know what I mean? And, like, I think that's who I think of when I come out here. Like, if I'm looking after young uns who have nothing, I have to listen to them every day talking about how they're literally the last one left in the family. The mum's gone, dad's gone, brother's gone, all of that's gone. All they've got is the clothes on their back and us, me who's there, 3 days a week, trying to act as a parent for someone that can't even understand me. Like, you know, like that's who I think of when I come here. Like, I came here straight from church myself. And like, I can't...
Are you a Christian?
Yeah, darling, I'm Christian. I converted to Christianity like a year ago.
What denomination?
Denomination, so I attend a liberal Catholic church.
Right.
Yeah. But it's like, for me, like, I can't sit and look after those kids, hear what their lives like, and then hear that stuff like this is going on, people just screaming stuff at people that...
Yeah, no, I don't agree with that.
Like, it's not nice.
You know, people are grown-ass adults, so I'm not gonna... Yeah, I you know, when I make a video, I'll make it perfectly clear. I'm not aligned with any political party or organisation. and I'm not responsible for people's behaviour.
No, of course. I think it's just like, we also have to understand that like those people in there can also hear everything that's going on outside. And,
Can,
like,
can I ask you about Palestine flag?
of course, darling.
Do you condemn Hamas? Do you condemn Hamas?
So I think for me, the question is, so when you're under an apartheid regime, so say for example you're a Palestinian, you've got reduced rights, you're controlled on where you can go, you've got keys from your house that have been passed down for generations that your family have no right to access or go to, that's been present since 1948. You have limited rights, you have limited access to water, housing, freedom, you're often going through losing people every day. Like how do you argue that people should resist, like say, colonisation or oppression? Do you think it's just simply won through discussion? Do you think that's ever actually worked? Because if you look at any like liberation struggle and like, you know, look at people's colonial history in the past, look at India, look at all these other countries that have had to gain independence from one empire or another. How do you think that's won? Let's look at Kurdistan, for example, Rojava. Would you say to the people of Rojava that they should just lay down their weapons, stand there and say, oh, let's just
I have a lot of respect for the Kurdish people. If it wasn't for the Kurdish people, then ISIS would have been a whole lot dangerous back at that time. Like I said to you earlier on, you know, that problem has not gone away. Matter of fact, like I said, I've got photos of ISIS members in this country now, specifically in Scotland.
Okay.
You know, that puts that community under threat purely because of that.
I mean, there's been
So
deaths.
we're importing a problem that's affecting the safety of other people. Afghanistan, we had a lot of assets in Afghanistan. The people that assisted in a lot of those operations, we moved them to this country because of the roles that they played in those engagements of war. Now, I'm not going to kind of like debate the validity of those wars, that's questionable in itself. But a lot of people helped the American army and the British army. They're instrumental in the things that they've done. They're now in danger from organisations like the RGC and ISIS as well. So essentially we're putting, you know, we're kind of advocating like, yes, everybody should be safe, but we're putting people in danger because we don't know these people we're bringing in. They're a direct threat to the Kurdish communities and their own communities.
Then I think that the bigger
Which is probably why a lot of these left-wing groups are not out supporting Kurdistan on the streets. But that flag comes everywhere. I've not seen one person today with a Kurdistan flag or an Iranian flag. Or condemning what's happening to the Iranian and the Kurdish people.
I mean, a lot of the people
or for people in Nigeria.
I mean, the people here are actually some of the main key organisers in Kurdish struggle movements. Like, we were at the protest yesterday, you know, the protest yesterday that was for Rojava. You know, I was asked to speak, I decided not to, just because I don't think my voice is the most instrumental thing in Kurdish liberation. But, like, I think some of it is also coming with assumptions. So, for example, like, there was a protest a couple of weeks back where, you know, there happened to be an Iranian protest at the same time as a demo organised by you, Anthony. Now, we were there resisting you, Anthony, who is an outspoken anti-Semite. Literally, on the very day that, you know, he was being filmed speaking, he was asked, like, what would you do on an ancestry DNA test if you found out you were, like, partially Jewish? He said he'd hang himself. Like, we were there resisting that person, but then all the questions from, I'd say, streamers at the time, but also focused on Iran, as if we were there protesting or countering the Iranian protests or protesters. And it's like, not the case at all. Like, we were there actually protesting you, Anthony, who is literally organising neo-Nazis and people organising under the banner of Aryan Brotherhood, who are all there talking. I mean, he's adjacent to, like, Nick Fuentes. And I think that some of it is also coming with, like, assumptions. And, you know, at the end of the day, it's like...
Do you condemn Hamas? It's a yes or no question. Do you condemn Hamas? It's a yes or no question.
I guess for me, it's like I don't see that as a useful kind of question. Because for me, it's like...
It's terrorism. It's terrorism.
I think you have to remember that one of the reasons why, from our side, we don't see that we're wondering why you guys aren't coming out in support of Iran is because we all know that Iran funds, supports, finances Hamas. You know what I mean? So for you guys to come out and say we stand with the Iranian people, that doesn't fit with the narrative that, you know, you guys on this side generally have. You can't come out in support of the Iranian people, because if you do, you're coming out in support of something that opposes the Palestinian cause. Do you know what I mean?
I mean, like for me, like I've never, like, you know, I view ISIS as like a fascist regime that oppresses Muslims and others alike. Like that's not necessarily, and I think that's
Like
a strongly held
Hamas.
line.
I mean, what Hamas do in that territory is pretty much the same as what ISIS do wherever they go.
I
It's
mean-
pretty much the same.
I mean, they would argue very differently. I mean, ISIS and Hamas are actually at odds in fight. Like they're battling each
They're
other.
all at odds. There's various militias in Palestine and Gaza that oppose Hamas, but they're all fighting each other, aren't they? But what they do to their own people is pretty horrific.
I mean, but then it's like, for me, the only problem I maybe have with the Iranian protests that I've seen, from just my perspective, is where I disagree, is that I don't personally agree with idealising, say, for example, the Shah. I don't believe that regime was a utopia either. I believe that
Absolutely not. No,
I
of
don't
course
believe
not.
that monarchism benefits anyone. And I disagree also with the proximity to, say, the Israeli state as well, because I completely oppose what's going on in Palestine and Gaza from a fundamental perspective of like human rights. Like if you go to Gaza, and also even if you just look at Palestinian rights within Israel, like it's
I mean, I don't like what's going on in Gaza either, do you know what I mean? But I support the right of Israel to exist like one Jewish country, and Lord knows how many other Muslim countries. Like, it's like not one country, do you know what I mean?
Why does a nation have to be based on, say, kind of religious identity? Because, for example, the Palestinian people, they might say to you,
You know why this country's in the mess it's in? Because we've strayed from God.
well,
Yeah, God formed the nations. You can laugh all you want, but you know, you're welcome to laugh as much as you want, Dave.
I'm naked, so that's
Of course you're an atheist, you stood with these guys.
I mean,
You know,
We're going to be getting an arrest.
well,
He's off, he's okay.
Satanism, if you ask me, you know what I mean?
but then at the same time, I mean, I'm a Christian, I came here from church, I went to a
Same
church
here,
service and
same
came here.
here.
Now, for me as well, I can't look at what's happening, like, in terms of like just Israel as a concept, like, for me, you know, if you're a Palestinian, yeah,
It's in the Bible, being Christian. God gave that land to the Israelites in an everlasting covenant, you know.
Sorry. But at the same time,
Come on,
you've got
man.
Palestinian
Give us a break.
Tradition keys that's been handed down
there.
for generations.
Yeah, I stood
and their
there,
family
asked you
from,
questions.
40
Okay,
years.
fair enough.
Like,
Yeah, I
I
feel
think
like
it'd be quite
standing
hard
here
to say
now,
to them
you
and their
know.
family.
Oh, well, I feel
Sorry,
like standing
you're
here, mate.
Muslim,
That's alright.
where you're from,
I can play this game.
exactly
I love this game. It's a great game.
generations. You've got to move out
I'm
of
trying to
because
sidestep.
Because I could do this,
something out another state should come in.
and I still
I don't-
captured
I don't
everything, so
like-
Oh,
you failed.
Yeah, I do.
You know, I've asked you why you're here today. You can't even answer me that. But you can answer me to play a game. How does that one work?
you watch Jigsaw?
I mean, we can play some Jenga if you've got some Jenga blocks.
No, I don't usually bring it around with me.
Oh, well, that's a shame. Tic-tac-toe? Got a bit of paper?
If you got some paper.
Connect 4? Play some Connect 4?
I could do
Connect 4 is a great game, isn't it?
Classic game, isn't it?
That is a belter of a game, Connect 4.
But it is what it is, you know what I mean? I don't think, if I'm honest, I don't think any of these contests are
I mean, it doesn't really work, because I've got a massive tripod that I can just stick right in the air, so standing there does nothing for me. I'm gonna get the punishment.
It's about putting pressure on politicians, see how many times you say that. Like, you know, and also as a Christian myself, in terms of
Just go on.
science
There you go.
things like that, like I believe the teachers of Christ taught us a lot around loving thy neighbour, around caring for each other.
I think I've won the game, people.
And I don't believe that people I see a lot of people that have t-shirts on that say Christ is King, but then what comes out of their mouths is the most hateful, unleashing things that I've ever heard in my life.
I agree. I've said a lot of things at protests that when I look back on it, don't really like what I've seen come out my own mouth. But like when the Bible talks about welcoming foreigners, the word that it uses is sojourners. It's like not people that are coming to stay, it's people that are passing through. But also, like, it does teach, you know, love your neighbour, but it doesn't teach love your neighbour and welcome people to your own detriment while they come in and violate your borders, your women, your children, your system. And that's what we're seeing. You know, Christ did teach love, taught the gospel of peace, but he didn't teach us to be doormats to people that were unrighteous and people that didn't follow the gospel and didn't follow God. You know what I mean? So, and don't get me wrong, I'm always looking to evolve my understanding of it because it is really confusing. Israel's confusing, the Christianity is confusing, there's lots of stuff in the Bible that seems to be contradictory. It's not easy. I'm telling you, know, I'll hold my hands up and say it's really not easy. Being a Christian is not easy. Trying to work out what to do. When I look at this and I see that, you know, these people that are coming here, you know, the majority of them are Muslim, and I see Islam as demonic doctrine. It's a form of Satanism as far as I'm concerned. So for us to welcome people like that into our country it's going to be our own undoing, and that's why we've got so much turmoil in this country, because we've strayed from God. When we live in accordance with the will of God, the peace, the prosperity in the country is much.
You as well. Oi, look at me. Look at me. Oh, it's annoying. It's annoying, man.
Listen, you get your freedom of speech, you're not going to start pointing faces, yeah? That'd be the best thing. Sorry. Officer.
You know what's happening here?
I spoke to them as well.
That didn't last very long.
You know what's happening?
Just haven't found the right one, mate, that's all.
I'm just different to other people. I accept.
We're all different, yeah, I get you.
But I've seen the hypocrisy in the church. and Jesus didn't come to save the righteous, he came to save people like me. But have not lived a sinless life, you know what I mean?
Exactly, Dan. Because the thing is,
Hey, listen, anyway, I appreciate you talking to me again.
But if we looked at Islam, not digging out Islam itself, it seems to be the most prevalent thing within society now. So if there's an antichrist and these people don't accept Jesus, then surely that is antichrist within itself.
so I would really disagree with you, just because, for example, like, you know, Islam is part of the Abrahamic faith, and Jesus is a prophet within Islam.
They don't accept him as a prophet.
We do. That's what you know. But it's like my perspective to you is that, like, you know, when I'm trying to practice Christianity in my daily life, it's a practice of compassion, a consistent practice of kindness, and it's about looking across society, yeah, and seeing the most marginalised, people that are immersed, dug down in society, the most vulnerable, and seeing how the wider society and those in power speak about those people, and finding, because, you know, for example, something that was a key teaching within Christian discourse is God is in the eyes of the poor. God is in the eyes of the most marginalised and vulnerable. It's far easier for a camel to pass through the eye of a needle than it is for a rich man to enter the kingdom of heaven. And for me, that makes me look around at the society that we're in and the struggles that people are going through, and that doesn't make me see an enemy in anyone, whether they're a Christian or whether they're anything else.
But it also says like the enemy live amongst us. We deceived by people like daily. You know, people come up to us, which is why I don't fit into a church. Which because I don't believe that every person in the church is of Christian values. The Bible tells us that when it comes into end time, people forsaken Jesus, and he knew he didn't like he knew what was going to happen, and it says it in the Bible. When the time comes, people would deny Jesus. They'll turn away from him. But because of things like this, a lot of this stuff looks like the stuff that plays out in Revelation, where people start hating each other. And when it comes down to it, with the rise of Islam in this country, it's oppressing Christianity. People can't go and sit on a corner and just pray in their mind that Christians are being persecuted.
See,
so it doesn't make sense why you. I get what I'm taking from you. You're a compassionate person and you're trying to see the best in humanity. and I kind of admire that. But I kind of also think that that's kind of an empathetic suicide.
But the thing is, I would disagree with you, because the thing is,
It's.
hang fire, because it's like, for me,
Do you think that lady that was stabbed 29 times and they sent her to jail for a minimum of 29 years, that she had good intentions and her heart was like, she went to work on a daily basis, going to help
now.
yeah,
she's de-life and she's now left with a 6-year-old son that will never
If
experience
there's been like an incident,
love from the nurture of a mother. Never.
and then what I would bring you onto the topic of is the issue of femicide and the killing of women, and the violence against women is something that is very much cross-community and is on the rise in Britain anywhere, regardless of asylum seekers or migrants or otherwise. That is an issue that has been prevailing in Britain in terms of violence exerted onto women, like typically by men, like is huge. And like
women as well. Let's not kind of solely focus on women. There are many women that kill men. Admittedly, a proportion of those that come from situations of domestic crime. But there are women that inflict as much.
No, I know. There's abuse that can be felt by anyone, and I feel like men often feel very nervous about being able to open up about violence.
So as a Christian, who would you look at as the Antichrist? Like, what would you look at as an Antichrist within the world?
So I guess for me, the biggest pointer is the rich and powerful, the people that are exerting kind of oppression and poverty onto others. I look at forces of the state which enact suffering.
So what will you do in a position where the world comes and we can agree in this country that we're really Sharia law courts, but we haven't, they're here. So what happens when Islamic ideology rises? Islam, whenever they kind of take over areas, they give them a choice: you either pay the jizya, convert to Islam, or you pay the jizya. Are you going to do that? Because that would be like a betrayal to your faith.
I just don't think that will happen personally. Like,
It happens everywhere else.
because for me, it's like there's a lot of these discussions of like this wider idea of this takeover that's coming, and we have to prepare for it right now. But for me, like, my Christianity is... just let me finish, otherwise I'm going to forget what I'm going to say. I know that you've got a lot of ideas, and I'm willing to listen, but, like, for me, Christianity is an everyday practice of Christ's compassion. It's, if you see homeless people in your area, what are you actually doing for them? Because I also see a lot of people here talking about the homeless, the British homeless. I've never seen the Manchester homeless group going out and assisting people, or having time for people that are homeless and addicts who are on the street and are more difficult, but are actually just as valid of humanity and needing of care and being listened to as anyone. Like, to me, it's an everyday practice of that. It's checking in on people that are being sort of stopped and searched by police.
We're kind of going back to that though. Why can't they put the homeless people in there? I would agree with that. Why can't the homeless people be in there?
I think everyone should be housed. That's the thing, innit? There's more than enough houses. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, there's more than enough space in this country for people to have a warm place.
Do you think Muslims lie?
Sorry?
Do you think Muslims lie?
No. Like,
Why would a teaching teach Tariq? Do you know what Tariq is?
Taqiyya.
Not my.
Yeah, it's always cool, yeah.
But that word within itself, it gives every Muslim in the community. I would suggest you go look at it and make your mind up for yourself. But it gives the ability for a Muslim to live within a community, and if they feel under threat, they can lie. And we've got people like this on masses. So now we're in a position where the white people are getting persecuted, but for openly saying we're against Islam, we're now seeing a rise of like Islamic laws they want to put. You're an Islamist. It's an ideology. What even is an Islamist? It's racist. What even is a racist? I don't like some white people. That doesn't make me a racist. No, it's true. That doesn't make me racist. I was brought up in a South Coast town, right? And there was no diversity. It was white people. So that doesn't make me a racist, because now if I go to big cities, I'm faced. I don't understand that. I didn't grow up with these people. Don't have nothing to do with them. I just choose not to kind of keep myself to myself. Because we live in a world where you can't. And that's sad within itself.
But I think a lot of understanding can be brought through, like, listening to each other.
My mum went off and married.
Right.
Her mother was a very devout Roman Catholic. So if you are a Christian, you can imagine what that.
Are you a Catholic or
I attend a liberal Catholic church, yeah.
a liberal Catholic church?
Yeah.
It just sounds interesting.
I think you'd actually really love the space.
I'm not keen on Catholicism.
That's okay.
I'm interested in Orthodox Christianity, which I know is similar.
That's really beautiful.
I would disagree.
I'm quite fascinated by it.
I think it's really interesting. Greek Orthodox or Russian Orthodox?
Well, I'm interested in what the apostles, how they practiced. You know, like people that followed Christ while he was alive. Like, what was their practice? Like the very first Christians.
Yeah, I mean, this is actually an Orthodox cross, but I just really like them because they're so pretty.
Yeah, it's cool, it's nice, very nice.
You know, but I think that's interesting. I think we find different things that suit each other, and as we go through our own journeys religiously, especially in Christianity, we find ourselves in different places. I think Orthodoxy is very beautiful. It's different. It's different from the strand that I'm in right now. However,
when you say liberal Catholic, what makes it liberal?
So I guess it's not officially part of like the Roman Catholic Church. So for example, my priest is married, like he's got a wife and kids. Yeah. It's officially operating under CMA, but it describes itself as liberal Catholic in nature. So it's also a lot more welcoming towards LGBT individuals.
That's what I thought you were going to say. Yeah, that's the bit I would struggle with. I couldn't go to a church like that.
Would you not?
Well, from my perspective, they should be actively compelling them to repent, seek repentance around that, because the Bible doesn't support those ideas.
But then there's also a lot of things in the Bible that we also don't practice anymore. So for example, there's a lot of discourse around like slavery, but like we wouldn't necessarily enact that either. So I think sometimes it's like a case of, you know, like you were saying earlier, the Bible contradicts itself very often, and there has been a lot of discourse around the text that, you know, the passage people tend to look to that's against homosexuality is like man shouldn't lie with a man like it is a woman. Some people describe that as a mistranslation from the original Hebrew, where it would have been man shouldn't lie with a child as a woman. It was actually a reference to paedophilia. And it's okay to hold your own perspectives. Like I think everything's a journey of itself. But I think it is interesting when we look at the Bible and we decide what things are morally okay and which things morally aren't. Because to me it's a much broader message of like how we enact our daily life, how we care for each other.
Well, I mean, like in terms of homosexuality, a lot of Christians would say, well, could I really say that I truly love that person if I'm watching them commit sin willfully and allowing them just to condemn themselves to being judged in the way that you wouldn't want, you know what I mean? But, you know, to let them continue to live willfully in sin would not be an act of love. To be an act of love would be to compel someone to turn away from that wicked lifestyle. And we know that, you know, when you look at something objectively with logic and reason, you can deduce that, you know, the way they have sex is not natural.
Well,
Do you know what I mean?
That's your perspective. And
No,
also, like there is people that disagree.
I mean, the morals are pretty well defined in the Bible. Like, but it's not relative to your morals. Can't be relative to how you see it. Do you know what I mean? It's clearly defined in the Bible.
Okay, but then also like when the Bible discusses like slavery, like how would you sort of respond to that?
I know there's an argument for it, but I'm not well read enough on that particular aspect of the Bible, so I can't comment if I'm honest. Because I know. It's like when you were saying about the contradictions that we often find in the Bible. Like one verse says this, and then this verse says that, and they don't line up. Usually, when I've watched stuff or I've read stuff, there's usually an explanation for it and reason. And in that you said as well, usually boils down to the translations and the words used in Hebrew or Greek that or Aramaic that are different and have slightly different meanings. But usually I find that it all balances itself out. It's our shortcomings that make us see the contradictions. Do you know what I mean?
No, he hasn't.
Maybe on that whole principle where you feel like
Teachers can't hold on the line now. And, 2 vans ready.
I'm not, no, if I'm honest.
No, the police haven't come out
in
that
the
guy.
sense of like there is moral teachings within the Bible that maybe some would consider like, you know, not as like things that we wouldn't follow today, like the idea of mixing threads, for example, and things like that. Like
That's like Old Testament stuff, though, isn't it?
yeah, sure, but it's like, you know, how we decide to move forward in terms of where we draw lines and where we don't can also sometimes be telling. And like for me, like as someone that isn't straight, like I'm not gay either. I'm not straight. Like for me, I would rather be able to practice faith in a safe environment where I don't feel completely excluded.
Practice what? Sorry, honestly.
Practice faith.
Faith, right? Okay.
Practice faith in a space where I don't feel entirely excluded and can also understand other people's interpretations of the text are based on these issues and these translations and history, which we're all trying to explore together, to be able to worship and ultimately just practice as well as I can, because ultimately we're all sinners.
Yeah, absolutely.
We're all sinners in different ways now.
We're all sinners, yeah.
And
But
like the thing is that like if we can't, like I just try and move forward with love and compassion for people that most people would see as unworthy, because at the end of the day,
no one's unworthy.
Exactly.
No one's
and
unworthy.
Like, you know, a lot of these protests with the people that you stood around, I see a lot of people, the streamers especially.
I'm one of them sometimes.
Well, like, there's a lot of people around you who enjoy bullying people just for the sake of arbitrary appearances. And like for me, it reminds me of school. And I think like it's being able to look through that and finding moral principles in the base of that as well. Because as much as these people might differ from you, when I see people cackling with a camera saying, "Oh, look at that one, they look like a right this or that," or "Look at how they're dressed, look at their face," I just think, we're all creating the image of God, darling. No one, you know what I mean? Like, beauty isn't what punctuates all of our existences. If we see ugliness inherently means that your voice is unworthy, then what are we going to do in life?
I mean, I'll hold my hands up and I'll agree with you, do you know what I mean? Because, like I said before, I've seen videos of me verbally abusing people and laughing, swearing, and when I've watched it back...
You just don't see. For example, like, you know, after the trans rights protest, after the comments, I believe Ned's one of my mates,
Okay.
you know, she started starving herself because he said that she looked ugly and was making comments about her body. She didn't eat for like 2 days and then refused to come out of her house until I went round and spoke to her for a bit. Like, there's a very real impact here regarding like how people speak to others and how people make someone feel, and really awful things can happen. Like, and it's like, for example, I won't target anyone's appearance on that side because, you know, I'm not going to try and be like, well, they have no GCSEs, because I don't think formal education quantifies anyone. Like, my mother, she didn't go to school. Like, my mum's side of the family are Roman gypsies. Like, you know, I'm not going to turn around to others and be like, oh, well, you didn't get this in school, so therefore your opinion never matters.
But you see, like, me and you I think we're having a really nice conversation.
Yeah.
This is good. This is what doesn't often happen. Like, a lot of these guys, they won't even speak to us. And I understand that it's probably predominantly because previous times I've probably verbally abused them. But I would welcome it, you know what I mean?
Like, because also, like, you know, there's all these like conversation right now. A lot of people aren't necessarily.
I don't know what you're talking about.
What's the camera?
But a lot of people aren't prepared also for not just what, say, you have to say, but like, say, thousands of people that are kind of picking up on your every trait that you have, anything of your personhood.
You mean like once it's uploaded and once it's out there?
Yeah, like I can't walk through city centre because of like being in Charlie Beach videos for years. Like I can't walk through city centre without being recognised. And the scary thing is that I never know what someone's intentions are.
Of course, yeah.
You know, and it's like there's that fear as well. Like sometimes people not wanting to talk is because of not wanting to be also perceived by thousands of people for whatever reason, because of the fear of what that can lead to. Because I haven't had my face covered or anything like that because I just like to be who I am. But like at the same time, it has had consequences for me.
I guess that's unfortunately how the world is pretty brutal. People are pretty brutal. and when you go to a protest out in public, it's a bit like a social contract thing, isn't it? You have to kind of silently agree to be part of that and everything that comes with it.
Sure, being a protest, sure, but I feel like the new wave of maybe like streamers, like for example, there's some people who have like 8 cameras attached and they're like swinging around on sticks and stuff like that. And like I'm just like for some people it's like it can just be very jarring. And I also think I also think about a lot of the young people in videos as well. Like they're not necessarily prepared as like teenagers to have like 1,000 comments picking apart their appearance.
Okay, yeah.
As kids.
I mean, I've seen a few videos of me that lefties have put up. It smarts a little bit. Do you know what I mean? People make fun of you and laugh at your appearance, but but it's like you say, you put yourself in that arena, you take what comes of it, I guess.
Sure.
Some people learn that, the hard way or the easy way, I guess. Don't know. Maybe some people aren't prepared for it, but yeah, you're going to get it anyway, aren't you?
I think, it can be a difficult one.
Hey?
I said it can be a difficult one,
Oh, yeah,
so, you see a video come up with you in it and you see like 100 comments saying that you look absolutely clapped and you're like,
I know, I've had it.
Do you know what I mean? You're like, oh shit, that's it, I've just got to delete myself from existence. But anyway, I kind of run out of things to say.
I appreciate talking to you, mate. Nice one, mate.
Alright, I'm going to go finish this cigarette.
I will see you later. Thanks for chatting.
See, why can't this happen everywhere? Civil conversation. It's like, what's wrong? What's wrong with that? I don't know if this guy's getting arrested or not then. Is there two?
They're still in there.
No, 3 of them just walked out actually. So, I don't know.
What time is this on to?
Don't know what time it's on to. Oh, well, we've got a train away there, that's not very helpful. There we go. It's a bit better.
That's like a lemon.
Anyone? Anyone with a dog? I mean, I spoke to a few people already, but we're kind of waiting here just to see if this guy gets arrested or not. It looks like the police are just standing here, really. Here.
Evening, officer.
What is this? Who said this? No better to do on a Sunday afternoon.
Absolutely not.
No. I mean, you're watching this.
Living the dream.
You're watching this on a Sunday afternoon. Like, I don't understand. It's like, you just have to push your finger up and I'm gone. We're in Manchester. Willow Bank is the road sign I can see. Manchester South Hotel. But, no. It's been quite eventful.
Different.
Yeah.
Very different.
I don't even know if there's any police left in there.
Smirking, boss. Smirking. How's that normal? Smirking people.
She's fed up. I was like, yo.
That's not normal.
This guy down there is standing really close to the van for some reason.
Why can't the UK be 97% white?
No, he's having a
I
chat.
mean, I kind of use that statistic from Tower Hamlets. Like, Visgard brought up the stats of the Tower Hamlets, 1968, 98.9% white, I think. It's now 38 point something.
Oh, he's got the banner back that he took. You know
That's a big shift.
Yeah, there's the banner there. You see he's got the banner back. The one that was going across there.
Right.
There's his hand there.
Free Palestine. What are you going to free Palestine from? Free Scotland, England and Wales and Northern Ireland. There we go. Valid point.
Is he coming to give it back?
Oh, it's a trade. It's a trade of flags. Yeah. There we go. They've got their flag back. They've got their banner back. There we go. Progress has been made. What have they done? They've done something to it.
Huh?
They've done something to it.
Have they? I think it's just crumpled up, isn't it?
I don't know.
I thought they put it in the bin, didn't they?
No, they give it back. There we go. See? Look, compassion. Even compassion being shown here
I don't know, just holding it.
by people that oppose this.
I mean, they're holding it to show it off, but the problem is where they're holding it, there's a massive police stand anyway. So, I'm not being judgmental, but I don't think many people are going to be able to see that. I mean, do you know many people that can see past police buttons? See through them, I mean.
I suppose their core kind of thought is that, you know, at least they're rich people that are walking past. Maybe they'll kind of glimpse it as they go by, I don't know.
What, and just chuck a coin down? It's like, here. I was offered a game of Connect 4, I haven't had it yet with that man over there.
Where? Over there?
Well, no, here.
Oh, hey.
Right from me. Because he was trying to get in the way of my camera, and he was like, I was like, come on, man. And he was like, oh, I fancy standing here now. And I was like, well, I fancy moving here now. I didn't get my game of Connect 4. But, no. He ended up walking away, so I believe that means I won. We're not protesting everything, we're recording a protest. Simply it.
I don't know if it. Well, I mean, I think the police probably play the question.
Oh, even more police
in places like Telford. Maybe higher ranking police that complicit.
Yeah, but if you look right at the bottom, there's even more police just pulled up now.
Right.
Two just walking up in yellow jackets.
What?
Well, it's more police. I don't know why, because I mean nothing else has really happened, has it?
So that kind of shows you really.
I think
that you know the black community are kind of laughing at this. Where are? This is the question I never understand. If these people support Palestine, where are the Palestinian people supporting them? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So really, you would think really the whole streets would be just surrounded by all these Afghan people because they're appreciative of what these people are doing.
Yeah, but you kind of you know you see it in Scotland, like they kind of laugh at them through the hotel windows.
Well,
so it's a bit strange, but. No. Yeah, it's a confusing one. But I don't know what is happening. I think potentially they might try and drive a van through there.
Well, I think, I don't know. I'm kind of thinking that they're like, why? Because I don't think they've come out of the hotel.
No, the police did. I seen them walk.
Oh, they've come out.
3. I don't know if any more went in, but I know I've seen 3 definitely walk out. Ah, shift change. That's what it is. Well, you just said you fancy staying shifting, I guess. So, shift change potentially?
Well, I mean, I would imagine that they're strange, like,
Well, yeah.
police-wise, because of the big football thing that's been on earlier.
Well, what time will that end? Actually, doesn't it?
I'm not too sure.
What time does Manchester football end? Manchester United, is it? Man City are playing as well, I think.
Yeah.
6:15. Is that Man City or Man United? Man United is over. So I guess this is what the extra police is for. I guess they'll be expecting more people to come down from the football.
Do you think?
Well, what's the reason for more police at this potential time as well? You know, it kind of makes sense.
Maybe so they. I don't know.
I thought the police were, you know, they were doing alright, but you kind of see it.
Police protecting Tony Blair's style. It's going to rain. I think we've been lucky, really.
You spoke too soon, Dan. I hope you don't need your camera for any future events now.
To be fair, the only thing that really gets affected is the microphone. That's a good thing, but I think this lens is weather sealed, so.
But I don't know. I just don't trust it. I mean, I can trust my Osmo.
No, I mean the lens is like, it's not like new, so.
No.
I mean, I've got like a. Yeah. The wife got me this thing. See, the camera goes into this weather thing.
Yeah, I've got it. I know exactly where I'm at.
It's not.
It's horrible to use it. Yeah.
Well, it's not designed for this.
No. It's got the little
But
drawstrings.
yeah.
Oh well, there's one cut off.
But to be fair, I could dismantle everything and take the battery off and take the handle off, and
Yeah.
you know, that's a long run.
Too much effort, that.
Yeah.
Especially when a lot of these times, you know, we don't know what time we'll arrive, so it's just grab and go.
Yeah, no, you know, I appreciate that the lady. I don't have to agree with her, you know, but like she took time out to answer questions and engage.
I did think
Apart from the rude lady at the beginning, well, I assume she was a lady. Well, I don't think she's a lady. She's not ladylike, but you know, she was rather rude. I've never been in it, and it's like, it isn't wanted in Scotland. What attitude?
What attitude are we given? We're just simply documenting what we see. Apparently that's an attitude nowadays. I'll let you in a top secret. Please do not tell anybody this, but
Yeah, we're actually lefties.
Dan is actually from England.
Shh.
Oh, I'm baiting him out now.
Yeah. I find it ironic that I should move to England. That sounds very much Anglophobic. But
Yeah.
if I was to say we should send people back, that would be racist. It's a funny world we live in, it really is.
What? Oh, well, they are leaving. They've gone. Almost.
Well, for songs, there are many, many more of us than you who's not been done.
Well, they've had hardly any songs, to be honest. My ears have had a break. Yeah.
I think the world will be a better place if people just acted like adults.
These actions don't change our laws. It's an excuse to be racist out in the open. So we are standing with cameras
On the left.
and we're racist for documenting that. So the BBC must be racist.
We've been openly
BBC, Channel 4?
having conversations with people. It's been
everybody.
very amicable, to be fair.
But yeah,
We've agreed, we've disagreed. It's been very adult-like.
I'm talking about the whole right, but we're not protesters. We're content creators.
Merely observing both sides.
Yeah,
Have no allegiance to either side.
but yet we're racist just for standing with camera. But we're actually standing on the Palestine side. I'm confused now. Very confusing.
There's a...
Oh, we don't. Oh, okay.
That's what I would do. Vote Green. What is the Greens
I'm not talking-
manifesto?
Okay. They're saying about the protest, but didn't you just call us? I'm confused now.
I had a bit of Anglophobia and a lot of slurs.
Didn't you say we should move to England? Because our attitude or something isn't wanted in Scotland. What was your exact words?
I have been nothing but friendly and
Yeah, you boys from Scotland should move to England. This attitude isn't wanted in Scotland. Not directed to you guys. But we're the two guys from Scotland. But it's not directed at us.
It's okay, Shizzy. We understand. We understand. You don't want to outright say Anglophobia. That's fine.
Wow. I mean, we're just simply documenting. Yeah. So they're packing up. They're still here.
Good pictures.
What is this? They're doing a secret handshake.
They could be Freemasons.
Are they doing a dance? We've got Dancing with the Stars here.
There we go.
Come on, do the secret handshake. I want to see what that was about.
Godless society. Well, you know, I'll try and keep my beliefs and whatnot out there.
Oh. So you getting stopped? What was happening now? I don't know. But the police just said I'm not stopping you, mate. Don't know what's happening. Was he expecting to get stopped?
I'm back. There we go. I think the police are kind of leaving the area.
No.
Maybe they're like, okay, look.
Job done.
There's one person on the other side kind of leaving.
Well, yeah, they're packing up or something.
I would imagine that Manchester Place have been pretty busy today as it is. I don't think they really needed to. Like some circumstances, like you can kind of be like,
Well, no, I just felt bad.
yeah.
You know what I mean? really
This actually, on the whole, despite like a couple of you know, things that happened earlier on, it has been rather kind of amicable.
Yeah, I mean, once the police got here, it all was, well, there was a bit when the police came, but
Well, it's a bit like school ground kind of things, isn't it? You know, a bit
Yeah.
of pushing and a bit of shouting. But I think they stole the flag and this side stole the flag. I think they done a flag exchange at the end.
that was quite a while ago.
How far is that? Is it en route?
I mean, hold on.
Is that the nearest one? Is that the nearest one? Oh. Wait, where's that? Oh, where's that? Oh. How far? Oh, what? That's it. Oh. Is it pushing us out through the city? Is that
Kind of, yeah. But that's...
the football's over the other side, isn't it? Oh, what time does it start?
Tomorrow.
What?
It opens tomorrow.
Oh.
That's
Well, we
not...
ain't going now. Is there nothing closer to there? Where's that?
Oh, that doesn't...
How far is that?
Well,
Oh, is that?
that's not in shopping centre. That's in the city.
Shit.
Oh no, but we're okay because it's free, so technically no.
5 o'clock. If we got here at 2, it's 3 hours.
Technically leave now. There's nothing going on. We're kind of done now.